One. All right. What is up, gents? I wanted to do this live. I'm working today, so if you see me go like this, that means I am on a call. All right. I will come right back after the call is done, but I wanted to get this out there as soon as possible because LSO is coming up this weekend. Yeah, next weekend. This weekend coming up. We're going to Texas, so if you guys are in the Texas area and you want to come up and hang out with the Dirtbags, definitely come up and say hi. Even if you're not playing, it's going to be freaking insane. It's like 300 players at Lone Star, which is one of the biggest, I think, GTs that I'm going to this year. So yeah, we're going to be there, support the troops. It's all about military and, you know, they all compete against each other. It was really, really cool. So I like to support and go out there every single year. We're flying out Friday. We'll probably have a Dirtbags event going on Saturday night, dinner with us and the crew. And yeah, there's a lot of coming up this weekend. But I wanted to bring this to you guys because I just created a list. I don't know if this is out anywhere yet. I haven't seen it. Haven't really looked into it, honestly. When this came out, I was like, it's whatever. It's another 1-point detachment. Probably not going to be good. Finally took the time and read it. I actually watched a part of the Folger Art of War game with the Custodies and Orks. I was like, Folger's an awesome guy. Let me just watch him play Custodies because I love Custodies and Folger's cool. Watched it, and he was running freebooters, 3 units of 20-man orcs with the war boss and the pain boy, and I was like, wow, this could actually be pretty good. Green Tide got kicked into the nuts. It's still really good. I played Roger yesterday with Green Tide, and I was running Cult of Speed, which that battle report's coming up on members and Patreon tomorrow. So that's going to be released soon. So if you guys are supporting the channel, appreciate you guys. Wouldn't be doing this without you. Let me know if you have any questions about those, by the way, because we're just going to kind of go off the riff today with this fucking list. But we're going to be going over freebooter, list, detachments, strats, enhancements, and then the new one, which is equatorial hordes. What the fuck? Why do they name it equatorial hordes? Like, can Works even pronounce equatorial? If I'm even pronouncing that right. But we do have our orc shirt on today, so if you guys want to get the Gaz red, white, and blue shirt, that's, I think, in the description below. I don't know what the description says, but if you click on the description on our website, it'll take you right to the store to get that. Or any of these images are up in the description below as well, so you can get the orc Gazgul Thraka painted in my color Night Lords right there, or any of these other designs in the description below. But yeah, that's out of the way. Let's fucking get into this list. So I'm going to pull this up for you guys now. Display, that's the wrong display. This display. And again, if you hear me on the phone, it's going to look like this. I'll be right back if the phone answers because I'm working. But you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Okay. So this is the list. I will pull up the app with you, and we'll go over that as well. Because it's going to be freaking awesome. All right. So let's pull this up. We got orcs, orkies, orcs, new detachment, equatorial horde. All right, so we'll go over this in a little bit, but let's go over the list, guys. So we have the freebooter krew, which gives you sustain on the objective. It's kind of nuts. You get to pick it in the command phase, so you don't have to pick it at the beginning of the battle round anymore, which is stupid. I don't know why they started with that, but you get to pick it in the beginning of the command phase. And if you're touching it, you get sustain hits 1. If your opponent's touching it, you'll get sustain hits 1. So if you're shooting at a unit on the objective, which the objectives are huge now, and you have to be on the objectives to actually do anything, so you get sustain hits 1. So you're going to build a list based off of that. Now with Gazgul Thraka, in that list with Makari, you're going to be able to get lethal and sustain on 5s. There's a strat that you can do put yourself back into WA, which then you're going to get lethal and sustain on 5s. Now, Makari's banner with lethal also gives out lethals within 12 inches because they're in the WA. So everybody within 12 inches is going to get lethals essentially the whole game if you keep doing that strat, and Gaz is alive during the wall. He's going to have the 5-up invuln save because he's going to be in the wall. He's going to get sustain hits 1 on the objective, and then he's going to be able to bring guys back, which we'll get into. All right, so this is kind of why I think this list is going to be fucking stupid. And again, I want your guys' comments. So comment in the description. It's coming. It's coming. Comment in the description if I should be running this for Lone Star Open. No practice whatsoever. Just say, fuck it. Let's go. What's up, buddy? Let's go. Thanks for the support. I'm shocked that nobody's run this yet. Maybe because Green Tie's been so busted. But now that Green Tie's nerfed, we're going to be playing this. Take and hold. We have a War Boss, a Pain Boy. The War Boss has... This is the wrong list. let me send you guys the fucking right list. And that'll make it a lot easier. I'll just send to my email. This is such a noob. I apologize. Freebooters, send. All right. All right, here we go. This is the list. Dirtbag Gaming, our email. Okay. Here's the list, guys. Equatorial, Hordes, and Freebooter. So we're leading off with Ghazghkull Thraka. This is taking hold. He's got... Yes, run it. Don't even think about it. Just fucking run it. You see the list. Just run it. Fuck it. All right, Ghazghkull Thraka. Leading it off, he is going to be joined by a Pain Boy and Boys. So this is going to give them, again, all the lethal and sustain, and then you can bring back guys once per game. 5-up Feel No Pain. It's just such a tanky unit. He kills essentially anything in the game. +1 hit, +1 wound. 10-man Boys. We're adding the shooters. The shooters. It's just a shit ton of shots. There's actually a strat in Freebooters, which we're going to go over. It's like 100 shots from this unit with blast and sustain hits 1. You're going to like almost kill 8 Marines on average with just 1 unit of Boys. We have another War Boss. This guy is going to be bringing Cunning Hunter. Let's look up what Cunning Hunter does. So Cunning Hunter on one of your War Bosses is going to get... and I can't add this to a Pain Boy. That would be really cool if I could. So you can only put it on the War Boss. Once per turn, per unit, which I don't understand why per unit. Infantry War Boss. Yeah, because this isn't an upgrade. It's just... Is it an upgrade? That'd be fucking insane if this is an upgrade. But no, it's on Beast Boss or Infantry War Boss, so it's got to be enhancement. All right. In your opponent's movement phase, when an enemy unit ends a move within 8 inches of this unit, if the unit is unengaged, this unit can make a normal move up to D3+3. So this says, in your opponent's movement phase, not when it happens, it just says in the movement phase. When an enemy unit ends a move within 8 inches of this unit, if the unit is unengaged, this unit can make a normal move up to D3. So I have to ask, when an enemy unit ends a normal move, if the unit is unengaged, this... All right, so it has to be probably instant. So basically you have a reactive move D3+3. So if you're like camping an objective or right by an objective or want to get even closer to your opponent, you're not going to have a horde move because this isn't Green Tide, but you're going to be able to move D3+3 inches in any direction with your fucking big ass blob. So you're going to be able to get behind cover. You're going to be able to get off of terrain feature so that way they can't shoot you. You can get on your terrain feature to steal it or put more OPSEC on it, or basically move kind of diagonal or sideways to get out of line of sight. There's going to be a lot of options with this. Kind of insane. All right, so that strat alone right there is fucking bonkers. Okay, so let's say they move within 8 inches of you. They're trying to screen you. Well, great. Now you're going to be able to move D3+3 inches a little bit forward and then they're probably going to shoot you, so then you're going to be able to res a guy with a pain boy for free to get even further into your opponent's lines. That's nuts. All right, that's the first thing we're talking about. Okay, this is why the title. I'm not trying to bust people's balls, but we might have just broke orcs with this list. But we'll see. We'll see. We still have to test it. We still have to put it in. I'm gonna have fucking 6 games with it if we bring this to LSO. I need you guys to let me know. But yeah, Pain Boy, boys. Next guy, War Boss. Pain Boy, boys. Holy shit. We got Unkillable Scourge. Can you imagine orcs during the WoW? I have to ask, does the WoW work with Fight on Death? This whole unit has Fight on Death if they haven't fought that turn. When a model is destroyed, if this unit has not been selected to shoot or to fight this phase, roll d6 on a 1+1 if it's during the WoW. On a 3+, do not remove this model from the battlefield. When this unit has fought or at the end of the fight phase, whichever comes first, this model is removed from the battlefield. All right, so basically it's a 2+ Fight on Death. When this model is destroyed. Oh, is this just on the just on the War Boss? I'm just reading this for the second time ever. So when this model is destroyed, not unit, if this unit has not been selected to fight this phase, roll a d6 with +1 to the roll. If there's is active as a unit. On a 3+, do not remove this model from the battlefield when this unit has fought or at the end of the phase, whichever comes first. This model is removed from the battlefield. When this model is destroyed, I think it's just the War Boss. All right, somebody let me know in the comments. Is this just the War Boss? Because it seems like it's just the War Boss or the Beast Boss. Because a 2+ Fight on Death for the War Boss, pretty good for 25-point upgrade. But most of the time, you're going to be getting the fight first. So you're kind of spending 25 points for really not that much of an upgrade. So that gives us 25 points to mess around with the list. All right, let me know what that is. But that's the second enhancement. It's just the model. That sucks. All right, so I thought it was like literally a 2+ Fight on Death for the entire unit. That would have been fucking insane. But if it's just the boss, we have to test out if that 25 points is going to be worth it, or I'm going to spend 25 points elsewhere in this list. But yeah, so that's the third unit right there. Then, of course, we have Zodgrod with the 20 Gretchen. So far, 1 run herder so far because we have 25 points left over. I can kind of mix and match if needed. Then we have Ball Snickrot. Can't leave home without him. Wazdaka. Super good. He already has sustain hits on his weapon, but he's just going to be able to move literally anywhere on the battlefield and do whatever he wants. He can also advance, shoot, and charge because he has assault on his weapon. One of his abilities is to charge afterwards anytime throughout the thing. He can uppy downy now in turn 1. So all those are good. Plus he hits really, really hard. All right, so then we got the Flash Kits. These guys are also up in the air to test out. There is a strat in freebooters that has Flash Kits on a 4+ wounds, a anti-vehicle 4+. So they can actually do a lot of damage to vehicles with that strat. So they're kind of like in the list just to test out. But 612, lethal once per game, like 20 shots, heavy, sustain hits 1 already built in. So they can actually do a lot of damage to a vehicle. So we have to test those out. I'm not sure if I want to run 1 10-man just to kind of use the 1 CP strat for the entire unit, have a really good Overwatch threat, and also the blast. So all 3 strats on that 1 unit is going to be really good. So either 2 5-mans to just kind of like give some options and actions, or 1 big-ass 10-man. So 2 5-man flash kits. Then we have a unit of Gretchen, just kind of camp the home field. We have a unit of Commandos to help out with the scout and actions. And then we have a unit of Storm Boys for actions. So I need some monkey units to kind of do stuff while we have the entire army going up and doing something. All right, so that's the list. Let's get into the thought process of the list. Okay, so we're going to go back to this new thing, right? So in the declare battle formation step, select up to 3 friendly mob or commando units, so you can do it to commandos, that unit has the Scout 6 until the end of the battle. So if you're just thinking about it, we have 3 full 20-man orc boys with Gaz, Pain Boy, War Boss, Pain Boy, War Boss, Pain Boy. One of the War Bosses even has a reactive move as well. All 3 of those units are going to basically start on the line. And if you go first, you're going to scout move 6 directly forward wherever the fuck you are. Then you can combine that with obviously the wah, so that way everything can advance and charge. So if you're scouting up 6, you're 24 inches away. You're essentially 18 inches away from your opponent, not including any other scouts or infiltrators. So if you, I don't know, advance 12, you're within 6, you can essentially charge everything on their front line turn 1 with all 60 boys. That's not even the crazy part. The crazy part is Zod scouts 9 already. So you have Zod in the list who's going to scout 9, and then during the wah, he's going to be a speed 12. So speed 12 with the scout 9, you're within, I don't know, 15 inches from your opponent. You move up 12, you're within 3 inches of your opponent, and then you're going to be able to charge turn 1 before you even advance. In the freebooters, well, before we get to the freebooters, let's go over these strats. These strats in this detachment is bringing we gotta get some pizza from the beautiful wife who didn't want to be in the stream. All right, we got some pizza. So the strats from this attachment: +3 detection range, cool. Probably never ever gonna use it. This one is bringing 1 friendly mob commandos unit. So if you have commandos that are somehow still alive, you can res them back. But the mob units are all the boys. So your boys unit, every single turn in your command phase for 1 CP, not just Green Tide, but in this as well, you're going to be able to heal 2d3. So you're bringing back 2 to 6 fucking orc boys, or a knob if you have 2 wounds and you want to do that. Your unit heals 2d3 wounds, just flat up, bring some boys back. That's insane. That's going to extend the threat ranges. That's going to bring more OC on the point. It's just a free heal for 2d3 for 1 CP. Like, that's crazy, okay? Then you're obviously going to be doing the Pain Boy if needed as well. So you're going to be bringing back 3d3 boys in the command phase. Now, what's the average? 3d3, 1, 2, 2 maybe? So you're bringing back 5 on average boys in the command phase to then move up and go do something. Nuts. That's every turn, guys. Then we have this one. So in your shooting phase or fight phase, 1 friendly hidden, which you just don't have to shoot. So if we're just kind of running and doing whatever, unit is selected to attack. Mob unit, so the boys, the attack is lethal. So during the wah, you already have lethal with almost everything. But outside of the wah, you're going to be able to lethal and sustain on the objective that you pick with the entire unit for 1 CP. That's insane. So this also works with the shooting phase. So I don't know how 1 friendly hidden mob unit. So I guess if you're hidden and then you shoot, obviously you're not hidden anymore, but you're going to be able to get lethal. So you can do essentially, what, 60 shots, 60 shots if you want to do the boys with all the shooters, plus all the gas shots, plus the fucking warball shots. No, just gas. So gas, all the boys, you're basically shooting 60 shots with sustain hits 1 and lethal. So sustain and lethal, you hit what, 33, probably 26 times. 26 of those are going to be lethal, 26 are going to be sustain. So 26 go back in, and then 26 wounding on 4s, wound 13 times. 13 plus 26, you're going to wound 30, 40 times. Sure. 1 CP, here's 40 wounds. Thanks. That's kind of dumb. So there's two strats that we're going to be using almost, you know, not this one essentially as much, maybe in the fight phase when we're not in the wall, but we're going to be in the wall with one of them, and the other unit doesn't have to be in the wall, so they can just do lethal. But they're probably going to get lethal from Akari if you're within 12. Like, a lot of option, guys. But with the mobs, the heal 2d3 is essentially why we're bringing this with the scout. So scout 6 on everybody, and the heal 2d3. Now let's go to freebooters. Let's combine all of that with the freebooters. So freebooters, command phase, you pick a unit, you get sustain on that target. If you're touching it, you get sustain. Or if your opponent's touching it, you get sustain. So easy way to get sustain. You also bring taking all, which is one of the easiest ones, especially with all the boys and rezzing. Kind of nuts. So the enhancements, is a couple actually good enhancements for this. You actually could bring Captain for 10 points. So it's unbattle per round. Once per battle round. So it's not once per game. It's once per battle round at the start of any phase. So literally the command phase, movement phase, charge phase, all of that stuff. You can just unbattle shock a unit within 12 inches. So you could probably honestly take away that fight on death and add this one to that war boss unit, so that way he's kind of in the center. And then he can just unbattle shock units everywhere on the table. How many freebooters? It's just a question of how many freebooters. So 10 points to unbattle shock unit. Then, if you wanted to bring any guns, you could also bring the shock attack gun with some tank buses, which actually went down in points. 20 points, just ignore cover flat out. So they have heavy. They can move up 3 inches, ignore the cover. It's going to be really, really good. Bionic Workshop. This I was thinking about bringing. You could actually bring that and the captain instead of the other 25-point enhancement. And if you do that, you have a 33% chance to give Gaz's unit +2 move during the game. So is it worth it? Maybe. If not, whatever. Or you can just increase the strength. So they have just a flat strength 5. During the wall, they go up to strength 6. Gaz would be strength fucking 15 or 16 or something. But, what's up, Jim? So add 2 to the move characteristic might be worth the 15 points just as a 33% chance to get it per game. So if you're running 6 games, you're going to get it 2 out of 6 games, which is just going to be fucking bonkers. You're going to scout 6, and then the unit speed 8. And we're going to go over one of the strats, which is an auto advance 6. All right. And then the last one is redeploy 3. So you can sub the 25-point out fight on death for this one instead, which is going to be able to redeploy 3 units. So you can take one of the units off the table, put them in reserves. You can redeploy the commando units that were infiltrating, screening out the infiltrators, or just redeploy one of your boys' units to the other side of the table and then scout move 6 up. That also could be really, really cunning as well. Is it called Brutal Book Cutting? No, it's Raz gets magic map. So that might also be really good to test out. Okay, so many options. All right, let's go over the strats. So bash and grab, your fight phase. So this is if your opponent, until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit within range of your loot objective. So basically you're going to target an objective. If that unit that you really want to kill is on the objective, you can spend 1 CP and get full rerolls to wound on that objective if your opponent's on that objective. So that's going to hurt a lot with all of these boys going into stuff. That's just the fight phase. So you can get full rerolls to wound on that objective in the fight phase. Painboy plus 10 knobs with, okay, so knobs is obviously really good. -1 to wound, I think, with the knobs. Benefit from all the strats, boost more strength from getting the +11 strength +1 weapon skill to hit on 2s, and of course 2-inch move. Yeah, so I haven't tested out the knobs yet. I have a really cool knobs conversion. I have the old boys from the Warhammer Orks with all the armor. So I converted them into knobs with like pistols on their hips and really cool armor. So those are going to be my orc knobs when I test those out. What are you equipping the war? So that's also a question I want to ask you guys. So the war bosses, I'm wondering if we're going to test out the custom choppas or yeah, everything's going to change. But custom choppas or the power claws, because the power claws are going to be 4 attacks, strength 10, AP 2, 2 damage, hitting on 3s down to 2s, or 6 attacks with the custom choppa, cleave, 8, 2, 2. So during the wall, you're going to get an extra 5 attacks. So you're going up to 9 attacks, 11, 2, 2. Or if you're going into like a 10-man unit, let's just say 5-man unit. I'm trying custom choppa, not in it really. Not much in it really. Hold on. So it's 6 attacks. Let's say cleave 1. So 7 attacks plus 5. So you're up to 12 attacks with sustain. 9, 2, 2. So 12 attacks, 9, 2, 2, sustain, lethal most likely. And imagine that with a precision. Okay? That's insane. Or you just go with the strength 11, 2, 2. So it's like, do I go for a lot more attacks, like 3 extra attacks at 9, 2, 2? Or chance at, like, if they go into another 20-man blob or something like that, you're getting an extra 4 attacks. Like, that's fucking insane. Even a 10-man, you get an extra 2 attacks. So your base 8 attacks plus 5. So you're 13 attacks during the WA. That's kind of nuts. Did Gaz Knobs and Painboy yesterday. They tanked so much when Gaz is kept in the WA. Yeah, that's fucking insane. -1 to wound, +1 hit, +1 to wound, sustain, lethal. They're just going to kill everything. But I like the boys, OC2, res, bring guys back because of the detachment. I've been keeping the War Boss Claw since usually the Bodyguard is enough volume to crank. The War Boss goes to strength 11 with 9 attacks. Yeah, crank those big targets. Yes. I mean, you also have Gaz to kill fucking the big targets. But I don't know. We might test out one. We might test out one on each. I don't know. I really want to use the new guy. The new War Boss has that really fucking cool custom choppa. He's huge. I still have to paint him by next week. So yeah, that's up in the air. I gotta ask around and see which one is better to test out. All right, let's get back to this. So that's full Rules Wound. Resing Knobs feels like a cheat too. Yes, D3 once per game. Resing Knobs is kind of really good. But you can't res with the strat. So maybe Gaz with Knobs. Auto advance 6, +2 potentially movement. Something to test out. Definitely cheaper. How much is 10 knobs? Boys are 160 now. Oh, and they don't have Scout 6. So that is also a big difference. Big difference, because that's like the whole threat. Knobs for 10 of them are 210. So I'm saving 50 points. Yeah, no, I'm good with the boys for now. Maybe faster than use strat in Battle Wagon for the whatchamacallit, the Cold of Speed. That'd be something cool to test out. Yeah, so obviously you want to keep the Pain Boys as hidden as possible. Like, they're only 3 wounds, like no invuln. They're gonna get fucking dead. So make sure that you're keeping your Pain Boys as safe as possible. Keep coherency as much as possible. Like, use Gaz, then Makari, then the Pain Boy. So Gaz, Makari 2 inches away, and then Pain Boy 2 inches away from Makari. So like you can extend it pretty far. So yeah, that should help out as well. Yeah, dude, I really fucked up ACDC. Like, it's my fault. I admit it. I apologize, but it's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'd fucked up ACDC for everybody. All right, let's get back to this. Your command phase, 1 orc unit from your army, excluding Gretchen, which would be fucking insane. within range of the loot objective. So basically you pick a loot objective, and then you can spend this in your command phase, and that unit now has a wah again until the next turn, till the next command phase. So that is what makes this detachment so fun, is basically you can just keep Gaz in wah like the entire fucking game. So turn 1 you're gonna wah, or turn 2, and then in your command phase next turn you're gonna do it again. You're going to basically just almost do it for every single turn for a unit. So you have 3 different 20-man boys units to do it with that are all going to be able to get the 5-up invuln save during one turn, and then one of the other turns you're going to be able to do it again. If Gaz does it, Gaz is going to be able to lethal and crit sustain on 5s most of the game with a 5-up invuln save and a 5-up Feel No Pain. And they're still going to be able to advance and charge as well. So what's ACDC? ACDC is a Cursed Cultist Dark Commune. That is Chaos Cult build or Chaos Space Marines. So Chaos Space Marines can bring the ACDC combo, which is 5-up invuln save, advance and charge, +1 hit, +1 wound, which is a ton of bodies. I played it against Keevil on Monday or Thursday. One of those 2 games I played it. The video is coming out soon, but it's Chaos Cult versus Space Marines, and it brought back great memories. It kills almost everything. Like, I think a 6-man Chaos Cult or ACDC brick, 6-man of the big guys, killed 4 or 5 Terminators, like, easily, with the 4 wounds. It was nuts. All right, sorry, back to this. Movement phase, 1 orc unit from unit selected. All right, so this adds, it's dumb. This list adds 6 to the move characteristic in your movement phase. So if you combine this, you could do command phase, wah, and then auto advance 6 in the movement phase. So it's 2 different phases, so you can spend 2 CP to wah, and then auto advance 6. So just think about the threat range, guys. This is what makes me think I'm breaking this list so far. So Zod in every single list. I think Zod with 20 Gretchen should literally be in every single list. I made a video on that on my channel, so go check that out. But Zod, speed 12, this works on Gretchen. So you can then go 18 during the wall, or you can't put them in the wall. So it has to be during the wall. They can go 18 inches with a scout 9. So they're starting on the line. They're going to scout forward, potentially getting you a CP in the command phase. And then you're going to spend a CP, and now they're going to go fucking 18 inches across the table. So it's 27 inches. You're already 3 inches into their deployment zone on turn 1. And then you go charge. And then they just tie up everything. 5-up invuln save, -1 wound. Zod hits like a truck. Maybe precision a character, turn 1 if you get a CP, and just fuck shit up. That's insane. That's 1 unit. Then you have 3 scouting 6 orc units that can also do advance and charge on the wall. And you could even do, if you want Zod to just go 12 and go charge something, another unit can advance 12 and then go charge something. Fuck. That's if you go first. If you go second, they have to get to shit. They have to get on objectives. They have to scout forward or infiltrate or do whatever. Like, they have to move up to go get points. And then you're going to use something as a slingshot. You're like, all right, where's my slingshot target? Think about the Waterboy movie. When the guy's about to kick the onside kick, he's like looking at everybody, and then he sees this one guy, and he's like, that one guy's face is like, please don't kick it at me, please don't kick it at me. Like, he's like, yeah, there's my bitch. That is going to be your slingshot target. That's what I imagine every single time I look for a slingshot target, is that movie scene, is there's my bitch. That's my slingshot target. I'm going to advance like diagonal, put one guy really close to that unit, fucking charge that unit, slingshot Gaz into another unit, pile in another unit, charge that initial unit, kills that unit, Gaz unit, second piles into another unit, and murders whatever the fuck he wants. That's what this list is going to do at LSO. Hopefully, if you guys vote, that is going to be it. Patreons and members get to vote if I'm going to be running this at LSO or not. But yeah, add 6 to the charge. So Gaz, if I give that enhancement to the Pain Boy for the +2 move, potentially on a 33% chance, he's going to be slingshotting 14 inches up the table, or at least an Orc Boy will, right next to him. So slingshot 14 inches up the table, scout 6, so he's 20 inches, so he's 4 inches away from your opponent, 4.1, so 5-inch charge. Kind of nuts. Oh my god. All right. Insane, guys. All right, next is blast. So this is where you can combine it with either the orcs now with all of their guns. So you can give a 20-man boys unit with gas. You can actually add it up. There you go. You guys can see this. So we got 30. It's going to be 3 shots each. If you're shooting at a blast target, which is 10 guys, let's just say 10 Marines or something, or 10 Terminators. Terminators wouldn't be really as good. Let's just say 10 Marines. That's 5 shots each. 3, 4, 5. It's 5 shots each. 5 times 20. It's 100 shots. Plus you have Gaz's shots. So Gaz, I think, has 16 shots. So 17, 18 shots. Plus 18. He's going to be wounding a little bit better, though. Let's just assume you're hitting on 5s. So we're going to shoot, hitting on 5s, times that by 33. You hit, wow, not times 33. 118 times 0.33. You hit 39 times. Okay? So hitting 39 times at the time, that's sustain 1. So you hit, half of that time. So 38 plus half of that is going to be 6s, because 5s and 6s you're going to hit. So half of those, so you're going to hit another 16 times. So you hit 54 times. So hitting 54 times, let's say they fail on a 3+, so 33% of those fail. You're going to kill 3+, or even tanks, right? You're going to wound on 5s, but this is wounding on 4s. Wait, 54, I apologize. 54 hits. You're going to wound them half the time, because wounding on 4s, times it by 0.5. You're going to wound them 27 times. I apologize. Wound them 27 times. Now they're going to fail a third of that. You're going to kill, or do 9 wounds to an infantry unit. You're going to kill fucking 4 or 5 guys for free for 1 CP. And that's like average. You can spike, they can suck with their saves, but you're going to kill like 4 to 5 Marines just with orc shooting. You're going to get back like 100 points, 125 points of just fucking for free for 1 CP on average. Not including like guard or 4-up save or like 20-man blob units. Like, it's going to be kind of nuts if you have time to even roll that many dice. Do models get their datasheet ability if in vehicles of shooting? No, so they only get the weapon ability. So your vehicle gets to pick a weapon that is equipped within it. If the weapon has heavy and sustain, you get that, but you can't do like full rerolls to hit if they're on an objective, or lethals with the flash kits. They have to get out to be able to do the abilities of stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty funny. This works with like flamers as well. So if you want to run flamers in the list, the flamers get blast. All right, and the last one is flash kits with the anti-vehicle. We already talked about this. There's anti-vehicle 4+ for as an option. Yeah, same as 10th. As an option if you wanted to use the flash kits to shoot a vehicle. So maybe test. And lastly is you have a flat 6 reactive move, not including the reactive move we get with the enhancement on the war boss. So the war boss has the 1 enhancement, Cunning Hunter. So flat D3 plus 3 reactive move, and then you have another reactive move in your opponent's movement phase. Yeah, AP1 now on vehicles, 2 damage. Kind of nuts. So they all already have sustain hits 1 built in. And then they have lethal once per game, and at like 4 shots each. So it's 20 shots with heavy, so potentially hitting on 4s. So 20 shots with sustain, hitting on 4s, lethal, and now wounding on 4s. So you're probably going to wound like 10 to 15 times potentially against a vehicle. So 15, 3, 4-up saves, 2 wounds each. You can do like 12 to 14 wounds to a vehicle. It's pretty good. Not including like, yeah, just say you do 14 wounds to a Land Raider. Sure. Probably 10 wounds to a Land Raider. Still pretty good. That's that. And then the last one, the reactive move flat stick. So they fall back. This just says your opponent's movement phase just after an enemy unit falls back. One orc unit from your army that's within the engagement range of that enemy unit can start this phase, can make a flat normal move 6 inches. So you're just going to be able to move backwards, move forward, go chase them down, go move into cover, go move like anywhere, go steal an objective. Like it's a lot of movement, it seems, in this fucking list. So turn 1 on the line. Scout move 6. They move up, they do whatever, you're hidden, whatever it may be. Your turn 1, let's say they went first. You scout move up, keep hidden, safe. They move up, your turn 1, you wah, auto advance 6, get everybody in combat, pile in, consolidate. They go, they fall back from one of your units. Your unit now gets to move 6 inches somewhere else. And then let's say another unit moves over or falls back. Now your hunter move, your war boss, I believe it's on a fallback, or is it just normal move? Might be fallback. This one. Opponent's movement phase when an enemy unit ends a move within 8 inches of this unit. If the unit is unengaged, this unit can make a normal move up to D3 plus 3. So a normal move that's not a fallback move, correct? So in your opponent's movement phase, when an enemy unit ends a move, it just says a move. So it's not normal move, it's just a move. So I think that counts as a fallback move, advanced move, fall, like whatever move. So basically you have 2 units, right, that can go all over the place during that. And then on your turn, you're going to be able to res essentially everywhere on the table and then do it again. Holy shit. Yeah, this is my idea of breaking orks again. So basically, if you decide to take one 10-man flash gets unit, use the anti-vehicle 4+, you can basically kill whatever you want. Yes. So let's just say we have, what, 40 shots. Hitting on 4s, you're going to hit 20 times. Of those 20 hits, a third of those are going to be sustained. So times that by 0.18. So 4 sustained, 4 lethal. So you hit 24 times. 4 of them are already lethal. You times that by another 0.5 because wounding on 4s. So, and then plus the 4 lethal. You wounded 16 times. If they have a 3-up save, they're going to fail half of those. So times that by 0.5. 8 saves times that by 2. You just did 16 wounds to a 3-up save vehicle. And that's without going off. Like sometimes you get a shit ton of sustains. You get more than 4 sustained. So 40 shots. Did I do that math wrong? Yeah, 7 sustained. I don't know. 7. It's a lot. I was never the math guy. I just fucking roll dice. I'm like, yeah, this is a lot. I should do a lot of damage. I'm not the guy to be like, oh, you should statistically die now. Like, I'm just like, roll the dice, go. I use my consolidate pile-in strategy more to win the games than dice rolls. A lot of games you can't rely on dice. You can't make dice as an excuse. You just have to play the game your way and win on primary by denying primary and stuff like that. That's really the only way to win 40k. So, what other questions you got, guys? Before we end this, I was super excited. I really want to talk to you guys about this. Check out the designs in the description below. I have to probably get rid of this one and add 25 points to something. Yeah, trucks 55 points. It's kind of nuts. Flash kits with a 55-point truck should be really good, but I can't find 55 points anywhere. I only have 25 points right now. All right, so if I take out Unkillable Scourge, when this model is destroyed, if this unit has not been selected to fight, yeah, so you just get one. It's not really worth it. Yeah, honestly, it's not really worth 25 points. I can add to Captain to help with battle shocks. And then I can add Pain Boy for Bionic Workshop. So I could do that, or I can add Razgit's Magic Map. I have to figure out, what do you guys think? Magic Map or the potential to get +2 move with Gaz's unit? Because 25 points is not really going to give me anything else. Or I could add a Docker rig and taking out a Flash Kit unit. Huh. So that'd be 100 points plus 15. Yeah, I can actually add a Docker rig. Big Mac Docker rig. That guy fucking slaps. Especially with the sustain hits. He already has sustain hits 1 built in. But the rocket launcher gets the sustain hits. 6 shots. Fuck, dude, there's so many options. For Ludas? But if I bring the Ludas, I would want the Big Mac. So, full rerolls to hit when they're within range of an objective. So I essentially have to be within 15 if they're hidden. 3 shots each. So that's 15 shots. Hitting on 5s if they're heavy. 4 rerolls to hit. Sustain hits 1. 8, 1, 2. Or drop a flash kits for a full 10-man looters unit. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of models. I don't think they have the keyword mob. Nah, just infantry. Yeah, I mean, flash kits are fucking good. They're 2 wounds. They have killer melee as well. The lethals, extra shots, 24-inch range, already built in sustain. 6-1-2. Yeah, they're fucking good. All right, so I think we're gonna test the enhancements. We're gonna test the 2-inch move potential on our guys, and then add the extra decaptain so that way I can stop battle shocks everywhere. Because dude, stopping a battle shock honestly, and then doing a strat for like the horde move. Like let's say Gaz fails battle shock. I'm like, fuck, I lost the game. Well now I'm like, hey Gaz, you know what? I got you, bro. You're not battle shocked anymore. I'll take D3 for you because you're the fucking prophet. And now you can go do WA again and whatever the fuck you want. Don't have mob, do orc shooting at the looted. Yeah, so I fucking hate orc shooting, honestly. So yeah, guys, we're going to test that. We're going to put the captain. Sick. And Bionic Workshop. The other 15 points, if you don't go Bionic Workshop, you can do the map, which I don't think I'm going to redeploy anything. It would be really funny. Would be really funny, though, if you literally deploy your entire army on one side of the table. Like, you deploy... Is it Orc, or is it just... What's the redeploy? Maybe just Orc units. Orc infantry. So you can literally start Zod, Gaz, War Boss, all the way on one flank, right? And then your opponent deploys everything on the left flank, and you're like, redeploy. Get fucked. That would just take too much time. You're literally moving 80 fucking models across the table, setting them up and then moving them again. That would be way too much. TTS, you just highlight, drag over, drop, good to go. So, yeah, crazy, guys, crazy. We can test it out. Hopefully nobody else thinks about it before LSO. If they do, congrats. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys haven't supported the channel yet, I appreciate you guys becoming a member or Patreon. If you guys are Patreons, all these videos, excluding live, go up on Patreon or members first, as well as exclusive content on Patreon and members only, with all of the full videos of the games. So that way you guys can kind of see the actual tactics and where we're moving, why we're moving, what we're doing, and all that stuff. We're #1 Ork player still, potentially, in the United States. Currently ranked #1 Ork player in the United States. #5 in the world for ELO. So if you guys want some coaching, get that professional coach in your corner. That's what Patreon members are all about. And yeah, Keevil's got a new book. Check that out in the description below. It's fucking awesome. It's going to be like a 3-part series. It's about life, tabletop wargaming. It's the best book about wargaming, not about wargaming. And mental health and men's emotional intelligence. It's a really good book. It's a really good read. So go check that out. Support him. And yeah, if you guys are at LSO, come up and say hi. It's going to be fucking super stoked. Super excited to see everybody. Yeah, should be super fun, dude. Let me know how it goes, Jacob. And yeah, appreciate it. Good luck, and we'll see you guys probably after LSO. Appreciate it. Peace.